Okay. Jesus. I think... Christ. I think you can hear me. Okay, I'm just going to assume you can see and hear me. Hello, friends. Hello once again. We have already streamed once tonight. I thought I streamed for about an hour before it died, but I just had a look and it went for 37 minutes before the stream died. So, I mean, I'm guessing there was nothing... super vital that I spoke about. But I finally got it working, and fuck knows how long I'll be going tonight. So we will be going until I fall asleep. So you're now going to watch me take my sleepy tablets, my brain tablets that I can only have at night time because they have a sedative effect. Okay. I apologise in advance if you can literally hear these going down my throat. Okay. So. Oh, Jesus. Well, but before I start, I didn't do this in the earlier stream. And I didn't remember to do it in the bit that I thought was... Anyway. Right. I gotta say hello to... today we had a new TikTok follower, which it's been a while since we've had a TikTok follower. I think I'm now at 38, which means I only need 12 more till I can go live on TikTok as well. But I want to say hello to Shadow Ghost. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Shadow Ghost, whatever you've been up to, haunting some people or whatever it might be. I hope it's been a good day of hauntings. We are back here in Morrowind. I don't know if you're a Morrowind fan, if you've seen one of the Morrowind streams before, Shadow Ghost. I'm assuming not because you're a new follower. This is our first playthrough. I am a huge Elder Scrolls fan. Arguably, I mean, based on playtime alone, Skyrim is my most played game of all time by a solid, like, I think I've got 1,500 hours more in Skyrim than the closest competitor, which is insane. I worked it out once. It wasn't exactly 2,500 hours of playtime in Skyrim, but I booted up. Back when I still had my 360, I booted up Skyrim on the 360, booted it up on my Xbox One, checked all my saves, and then I haven't played it since. I haven't played it since I've had my Series X, but it was I think it was about 2,560 something hours. Across all my playthroughs, which is insanity. I worked it out once. It's something like 4 months, which is insane, but it does explain why I get so nostalgic for it. Because if you'd lived somewhere for 4 months, you'd have memories, and it would feel real to you, and you'd miss it. Well, I have that time in Skyrim. And for a long time, it was my comfort game. It was where I'd retreat when this world was too scary and too much for me to handle. So I would love to one day do a Skyrim playthrough on stream and share my love for that game with you. But I did play Oblivion. We started the Oblivion remaster, and then I decided to try Morrowind, and since then we've just been doing Morrowind. And I want to get this done before we go back to Oblivion Remastered, ideally. I did not think I'd like this game because it came out in 2002, which makes it probably the oldest game I've played since I was a kid playing Pokemon, which would have been whatever year. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Sapphire. So whatever year the original third gen of Pokemon came out on Game Boy. And I have since, I've gone back and played the first Pokemon games. So I guess they're probably the oldest I've ever played. But this is, it would be in the top 3, if not the oldest. And I did not expect to enjoy it. I thought we'd start playing and I'd find it interesting seeing the grandfather of Skyrim, but it would be too old, too clunky, too janky for me to connect with. And that has not been the case. I have loved Morrowind so far. It has so many worse points than Oblivion and or Skyrim. But at its core, it's an Elder Scrolls game. It's the same formula, the same world building and lore, and all of that is still here. Yeah, there's barely any voice acting. There's barely any animations. The physics engine is non-existent. And the graphics are... Excuse me. The graphics are definitely dated and definitely show their age. And a lot of the stuff I'd taken for granted in the more recent games, things like a quest log, aren't here in this. But I'm finding it enjoyable because story-wise, it's a brand new Elder Scrolls game. This is where I tend to start every stream when we play this. This is our... I mean, it's not our shack. Some dude killed a tax collector. We did a quest where we found out who it was and had to kill him. So this is his shack. That since then we've spruced up. There's no physics engine. You can't like pick these up and move them. But you can, when you drop an item, you can choose where to place it. And it's buggy as hell. But we have, I mean, like, these are 3 helmets I've put up here. Got some bottles, and this is a blue mushroom, I think. We got a loot that we came across because I have 3 guitars the other side of the camera. In fact, I have one. I have my white Stratocaster on its stand, which I use to anchor the bottom of the baby monitor stand that my camera's stuck to. So yes, it would make sense to put a loot here when we found that. I've put a bunch more lighting than there was. all this shit on the table, the flowers, the bottles, the flagons. We got stuff. I've basically customized it, and I will continue to do so with all the junk we've come across, because there's not a lot else to do with it, other than the alternative is put it all in the chest, right? But we like, I figured, right, well, this is our hammock. We got our shoe corner. This is a bunch of our weapons. This is our clothing, if we want to pick what outfit we're going to wear. If you're wondering, Joshua, your character looks slightly different to when we played last time. Well, if I take the robe off, maybe we look a little more familiar. This is the same armor, the same trousers, gauntlets, armor, shoulders, shield. We did get this new helmet, which is frankly awesome. It has insane armor resistance. It cost like 20 gold from an armorer. It was dirt cheap. And it looks like we're wearing a fucking dinosaur skull, which is just awesome. Probably not the most comfortable thing in the world, but I found out that you can, in Morrowind, robes go on top of your armor. So if we were enchanting, if we were at that point in the game, that would mean that's another thing equipped that could have an enchantment. Right now, it's purely aesthetic. And seeing as we have kind of settled into a bit of a mage role, I figured robes would be a good shout, right? So this is just the robes that we found somewhere. But this is us. This is us. We are here in Seydanine where we started. We are doing the main quest. Or, I mean, we've barely even started it. But the long and the short of it is we got to go to a Dwemer ruin and find a dude to ask some questions that will hopefully point us in the direction of where we got to go for the main quest. As of right now, we still don't know why we were pardoned by the Emperor and what this mysterious task is that we've been given. We are yet to find out what it is, which is why I'm trying to get the main quest going. Normally, at this point, I'd be like, factions, like, let's just do the factions, do the side quests, do all of that. Then we can think about the main quest. But in this, I want to get a few answers first. We got to get some lore started. Then we can go join whatever guilds. This is our first time using the Silt Strider, which is how you fast travel in this game. You can't fast travel from anywhere or to anywhere, but there are these Silt Striders scattered around in some of the settlements that you can pay to ride on between. So it's sort of like the stagecoaches in Red Dead. I don't know how much it's going to be. Balmora, 13 gold. I think we can swing that. I think we can swing that because it's late and I don't want to spend the whole stream walking. I should say as well, as of right now, I am the only person on Twitch streaming Morrowind. So, if you are a Morrowind fan and you have advice or you have knowledge or anything like that, please let me know. Because yes, this is my first playthrough and I'm going into it blind. But it's like my Dark Souls playthrough. I'm not looking up advice. I'm not looking at beginner threads or watching how-to guides or anything like that. But if someone in chat is like, dude, like you're walking past the thing you're supposed to be getting, you're just going in, like, if it's going to make my life easier, I am all for it. If someone wants to take a moment from their day and they have advice to give, of course I'm going to listen. Oh yeah, we did, oh crumbs, we did it. There was no cutscene or anything. We just straight here in Balmora. Okie doke. So what we got to do, we found the Dwemer ruin last time. I don't know where. I think it might have been off from the Legion fort. So we got to head east. I should say as well, we got to the Dwemer ruin. I stepped 1 foot inside, picked something up, and we're over encumbered. And in Morrowind, when you are over your carry capacity, it's not just that you can't run, you can only walk, which is what it is in other Bethesda games. You flat out cannot move. I mean, I guess you can turn around, but you can't move an inch, which means you can't go to a merchant, you can't go to a chest, you can't do anything except drop shit, which is then a complete waste. So because we're dabbling in magic more than we are anything else, I found out that the Mages Guild people, they sell like conjured weapons. So rather than carrying round, because what did we have? We had a spear, a longsword, a dagger, a bow. I think that was it. Which at, I don't know, about £20 each. That shit adds up. So now our carry capacity is only 184 of 310. So we got a lot more to play with here, which means we can loot, we can take stuff, and start making some paper. The one downside of that, it means that first of all, at the start of every engagement, we have to cast a spell and summon the weapon, which means if we've got no stamina and we're failing the spells, we ain't got a weapon. We are punching everything to death, which as a mage, that shit is not going to pan out well. But that's easily, we can get used to being prepared for that. What is an issue in my very brief time since we've made this swap is that if we're in combat, say we go into a ruin or something, and we fight a skeleton, and we cast some spells, we do a bit of healing, then the timer runs out and we have to summon the weapon again. By that point, our magicka bar is empty. And it doesn't replenish itself. You have to rest to replenish it. Stamina replenishes slowly. If we just stood here, the stamina would go up, the health and the magic would stay as is. That then becomes an issue if we're saying, like, right, we need magic to be able to have our weapons, then if we're caught out maybe we fight one enemy and there's a second one, so we don't have time to rest. Or there's multiple enemies at once. We then run into the problem of, shit, well now we got no weapons, we got no magic to heal or you know, do a fireball or something, or summon our weapons. So it's a bit more risky. It's actually quite a lot more risky. But it means that right now we have 184 weight used. Before I swapped over, it was about 290 of 310, which meant we'd pick like one sword up and that would be it. A piece of armor would make us over encumbered. So we were having to leave behind basically everything we come across. That looks like something over there, right? Can't rest because there's enemies nearby. Okay, well, we can stand here and wait for our stamina to return. We are, if I'm thinking back, we are here at Arkingthand, the Dwarven Ruin, which is our first Dwarven Ruin in Morrowind. Very interested to see how they compare to Skyrim. We are here because the dude, Artar, we were a prisoner that was like on death row or being sold into slavery or something, and we got an imperial pardon direct from the Emperor, and we got given a package and got told to take it to some dude in Balmora, which is where we just fast travelled to. We turned up at the guy's house. He's a skooma addict. He's naked. And he's cracked out of his mind, basically. And he was like, what the fuck are you on about? You got a task for me. What's this pack? What are you on about? He didn't know. So we got no answers from him. But it did turn out that he's a member of the Blades, which is like the Imperial bodyguards, Imperial spies, all that sort of thing. They work for the Emperor. Now he said, right, I don't know, but go get some information from the Fighters Guild. Well, we rocked up at the Fighters Guild, and in true RPG fashion, they said, we're not going to give you the answers until you do something for us. And I think that was that in this ruin, there was either someone we had to find or something we had to find. I can't remember. But basically, this is just a bit of busy work for the Fighters Guild chap so that he will tell us what we need to know. And hopefully that's going to result in some answers. I don't know, though. We will see. I'm sure it's going to be very drawn out. I'm sure we're not going to get, like... We're going to get whatever we need in here, then give it to the Fighters Guild dude. He's going to tell us all the lore, like, answer all of our questions. I'm sure it's not going to be that simple. Here we go, let's bonk this dino, shall we? Bonk, 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 bonk. This is actually going quite well, which is good. When it's one of these diseased ones, they can infect us. And we've had a couple of diseases. One of them wasn't too bad. One of them was called Hell Joint, which first of all does not sound good. But it completely screwed our carry capacity. So that was a nightmare. Now, though, when we were haggling with the Mages Guild, I did purchase, here we go, Realm's Cure, which cures a common disease. So that's very good. Means we don't need to waste what little money we do have on disease potions. These things are so gross, these leech things. I think maybe my favourite part of Morrowind so far has been the music. There's been... I'm a huge fan of the Elder Scrolls soundtracks. Crumbs, there's loads of these pterodactyl things. That's not good. Hello, sir. Yeah, there's a lot of songs. The soundtrack to Oblivion and the soundtrack to Skyrim was very different. Skyrim was a lot more Nordic, a lot more Viking inspired. Oblivion sounded a lot more high fantasy, a lot more extravagant, a lot more kind of European medieval compared to Scandinavian medieval. Since we've been playing Morrowind, it's more like the Oblivion soundtrack than the Skyrim soundtrack. But what there has been is a bunch of, I mean, not the exact songs, but a lot of melodies that showed up in Skyrim that I thought were original, but it turns out they were originally in this, and then they were like Skyrimified. So that has been a huge surprise in a really good way. I mean, as soon as the music started playing, I was like, right, we're in Elder Scrolls. And I thought that would be one of the things that wasn't as good. Like the graphics, like the animations, like the lack of voice acting. But I have been pleasantly surprised. Very pleasantly surprised. I don't know if I've said this yet. I hope everyone's had a wonderful day. If you didn't catch the first stream before it died, I hope you've had a wonderful day, whatever you might have been up to. My day has been all right. My day's better now. My day's always better when I'm streaming. Crumbs, we got some kind of clanging going on. See, they've got, for anyone that hasn't played Skyrim or an Elder Scrolls game, when I say the word Dwemer, that's what they call dwarves in Elder Scrolls. And it's very much your typical tropes, right? They like underground, they're good blacksmiths, etc., etc. One thing to note is that I'm assuming in every Elder Scrolls game, at least in Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim, the dwarves are gone. Nobody knows. It's a mystery that many people theorize. If you go on YouTube, and if you have an algorithm like mine, quite a lot of big, like, over an hour long videos about Skyrim will be about the Dwemer mystery. What happened to them? Where have they gone? They were one of the main races in Elder Scrolls. They were the most technologically advanced. In Skyrim, the Dwemer ruins are... I mean, there's clockwork enemies, right? There's basically robotic enemies. So the Dwemer, it's a fine line between magic and technology. Whereas the rest of Elder Scrolls is medieval. Yes, there's magic, but technology-wise, there's no electricity, for example. There's no generators, no robots. The dwarves had that. They had all those things and more. So it is a huge mystery what happened to them. This, so far, it looks, honestly, just like a normal dungeon. Aside from what looks like pipes along the side, we do have, we should have a couple of torches. Here we go. Which are not amazing. But it's an improvement, right? We can see a bit more of where we're going. Let me do a save here. We'll call it pre-dwarf. One thing about the Dwemer in Elder Scrolls that is different, I don't think they're short. I think they're the same size as the other elven races. So they're more just like, from what I remember about the lore, they are elves that chose technology over magic. And somehow, through one of their crazy experiments, it could have been something to do with teleportation or reality bending, because they were doing all that jazz. But something went wrong and they all disappeared. From the whole of Tamriel, every dwarf disappeared. Super creepy. Hello, hello, hello. I hope you've had a wonderful day, Demon. I hope everything's good in Demon Land. We are somewhat lost here. Unfortunately, all these things look like a one-way, because I don't think we can jump back up there. Yeah, this looks a lot more ancient. This looks a lot more like a Dwemer cavern. Whereas the Dwemer ruins in Skyrim were fully functional. Like the steampunk technology, it was still all active. Everything was lit up, the robots were still going. This looks a lot, I mean, we've got a bit of steam there. But this looks very much more like a ruin. Weeping Bell Hall, Weeping Bell Hall. Okay, so all the doors go to the same place, I'm assuming. Something is making a very loud noise. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be... I think they call them Dwemer constructs, which is like the... all very cool doors that open half and half. We got a bunch of... See, we can take this stuff now and use it to decorate our house. Our little well, the shack of the person we're squatting in. People like this, though. I think the enemies down here are going to be like bandits. As opposed to actual dwarven... not creatures. Constructs. How do we equip our shield back? Okay. Yeah, so that makes it a bit... Because in Skyrim, they were very unique. It's the only place you'd find the dwarven enemies and all the textures and all that stuff. You didn't find that anywhere else. So I'm a little disappointed that so far it seems we're not going to get that stuff. Although it does make sense. The equivalent in Oblivion, there's no Dwarven ruins. Instead, it's Ayleid ruins. Ayleid being, I think, from what I remember, an ancient race of elves. Like the common ancestor for all the elven races. But they weren't filled with Ayleids because they are also extinct. They were filled with bandits or raiders, whatever you want to call them. Is that the thing we're supposed to get? I'm not sure. I think we've got to get the torch back. Okie doke, let's see where we're headed, shall we? We've checked that stuff. That's something really... Oh, God, there's loads of them. I mean, we'll take some mugs. Defo take some mugs. Oh, crumbs, hang on. We do have actual functioning machinery here of some kind. Looks very rudimentary compared to the stuff in Skyrim Dwemer Ruins. Yeah, nothing else here. So we'll go... I thought it was all going to lead to the same place. I guess not. Where was the... Is it this way? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah, this is a little... a dwarven bedroom, I guess. You'll die where you stand. I think not. I mean, maybe if we don't equip our weapon. You know what might be cool? Should probably start leveling up the sword, because that's what I want to be using. They do occasionally, they make me laugh when I look at the character models, because they are so rudimentary. For 2002, this shit would be absolutely mind-blowing. Even like the gameplay loop of you can walk anywhere, you can explore anything. Like, yeah, there's no physics, and you can't pick up a wheel of cheese and throw it down here or drop it on top of something and watch how it falls. But the core, like the exploration and everything, that's all typical Bethesda. Can I just say, this is... Oh, shit. Shit, the game heard me. I was going to say, oh my God, it's so much better with a torch. Sugar. We've only got one more. Which means we ain't... Oh, crumbs. Yeah, do we have one more? Yeah. Which means finding our way out may be slightly difficult. Borderline impossible. Why didn't I buy... I'm sure there's got to be some kind of torch spell. That's the Hall of Century. That's where we came from. Don't know. I don't know how long we're going to be going tonight, honestly, because it was really weird. We did try Space Marine 2, which I think has promise, but I don't know. It was a bit of a letdown, honestly. I know we only played... I played about an hour. The stream kept going for like 37 minutes, I think. So, can we really judge a game on the first half an hour? I don't know. Probably not. Oh god, we got no stamina. Shit, I forgot we're supposed to be resting. It does look like it's lit up here, so we will put the torch down. Here we go. I mean, famous last words. You don't look like you're wearing any armor, which is maybe a little bit foolish. I will take your valuables, though. So I guess thank you for not wearing armor. Right, before we go any further, let's rest. When, am I still the only person streaming this? Okay, yeah, no, there is now someone else playing this game. Which, oh my goodness, I mean, if I want to boost my confidence a bit, I think this might be the first time that there's been two people or more than one person playing a game, and I have been the top. That's a little ego boost. So thank you very much to anyone watching right now on Twitch. I hope you've had a lovely day. Thank you so much for the little ego boost. I mean, my self-esteem is entirely non-existent, but it's fractionally less non-existent now. I really don't like all this ominous clanging. What's this red stuff? Is that lava? Well, I mean, I'm guessing we can't jump down in there then, can we? That's not going to end well. Yeah, predictably, jumping in a pool of lava is not good for our health. Who'd have guessed? I mean, it does look like maybe there's something over there, if we can survive long enough. Is there any? No. Sugar. Okay, we might be about to die unless I can heal. Okay. Big jump. Come on. I know we suck at jumping, but our life depends on it now. There we go. Phew. I mean, note to self, don't jump in lava. I probably didn't need to... that seems fairly obvious. Unsurprisingly, jumping in lava is not good. Not good. Guess it's one way of, like, giving your feet a bit of a detox. Burning them off. Oh shit, are we in? Is this like a tunnel through the lava? Oh crumbs, we've got a person and no weapon. This is the situation I was describing earlier. Let's go longsword. Ooh. Okay. We got no stamina, but again, this person is wearing no armor. What a silly sausage. Complete silly sausage behaviour. That's, I mean, that's what you get when you don't wear armour. Why would you not wear armour? You're a bandit in a dwarven ruin. Why would you not have armour? Surely you know adventurers are going to come a knocking. See, I should really stop now. Definitely shouldn't be opening a can at 6 a.m. Bandits aren't the smartest cookies. No, they absolutely are not. You'd think though, right? Because even a bandit wants to live. Even a bandit is going to want to survive, to use the money that they steal. So why would you not? I mean, you're a bandit. Steal some armor. Surely that's like bandit school lesson 1. Steal a weapon, steal armor, then steal whatever you want. Have we got any more torches? Okay, we have 1 torch and it's already been used. All bowls and goblets to decorate our shack. Lovely. And a coin. Yeah, we can't take that. I'm not seeing the thing we came here for though. Ooh, Dwemer pitcher. Lovely. We are getting all sorts of tap for our shack. No. Have we got a bowl? I know we've got goblets. I think we're supposed to be looking for a Dwemer puzzle box or something. Ooh, shit, that's expensive. We'll take that. We can find room for that. More coins, yes, please. I am not seeing any. Here, maybe. How do we do this? We've got a spell, I think. Where is it? This one. Ooh, we've got our first piece of Dwemer armor. We are indeed looking for a certain box. A Dwemer tube. Okay. We are looking for a box. I don't really know why. Oh, crumbs, we're going down to our last torch again. I don't think... There's loads of different zones here. That's kind of my issue. Yeah, that's where we came from. Did we go this way? Yeah, we went that way. And we went... So it can't be here then. We went... And we looked there. Okay, I'm going to say... Let's go back this way. Back to Weeping Bell Hall. So, is there an offshoot down here that we haven't been to? Hall of Centrifuge, that's where we came from. What about that way? Right, and then left, and then forward. Right. Oh, no, can't go that way. Right. And then left. And then forward. No, can't go that way. That's the bedroom. And I think we tried going that way. I don't think we've been up here. I figured this is just taking us back to the Hall of Centrifuge is the, like, opening area. I think... Is our torch gone? I mean, we've got that. I don't know if that also works. Ooh, perfect. I wish these things didn't get used up. Like, I guess it would make sense if you jumped into a lake or something with an open flame. Okay, that's probably going to extinguish it. But, like a travel lantern, that's designed to be a long-term light source. I'm going to be super pissed if this vanishes in about 15 seconds. Okay, don't think it's down there. Oh, yeah, let me read. Okay, we should be back. I will check though. Okay, we are back. Okie doke. So, I don't think it's down here. I don't know if it's... Is this something that a Dwemer person left? Because in that case, they'd maybe have put it somewhere. Yeah, we've been there, and that's the exit. So what... How do we get there? Left. Is this maybe going to be like halfway up? I don't know. And I'm so paranoid that the lantern's going to go out any second. And then no way are we going to find it. We haven't found it with torches and a lantern. I don't like our chances completely blind. Okay, that's not the right way. So it's going to be down here. I think when we get back to the Mages Guild in Balmora, I gotta make sure to look and see if there's a torch spell. I know there is in Oblivion or Skyrim, I'm not sure. This, I think, is maybe the right way for where we're going. Oh, did the lantern go out? Sugar. Oh, crumbs, we got no chance. Sugar. Have we got anything else? I mean, can we, like, set fire to some of these scrolls? No. Okay. Is there a brightness setting? Because that would work. No. Oh dear. Oh dear. Maybe... Okay. I think I'm going to have to bail. I don't know if somebody sells... If there's a torch vendor Because so far we've only come across them randomly. If there's someone that sells them, then I could buy a bunch, and that would be super helpful. Right now, I think even making it out of this place would be an achievement. This way? God, this is testing my eyesight. And I have really good eyesight. Where is that? Is that a rock? Okay, we've made it so far. Okay. Okay. Well, we got closer. We've taken some stuff out of the equation. I know some places that it isn't. It's not the sugar. I can't remember what it was called. But I know the area we got to look for. So I guess we can go back to maybe someone at Fort Moonmoth sells torches. Otherwise, it's going to be a trip to Balmora, which granted is fairly nearby. I mean, we'll check the general trader. I think there's a pawnbroker. We'll check with them. Otherwise, we could maybe just like try people's houses. I know that is morally and ethically questionable. And so far, we have no points in sneak. We have no points in stealth or anything like that. So our chances at pulling it off, very low. But it's an option. It's something we could try. I think before we resort to stealing from every house in Balmora, we'll probably check the general trader first. Otherwise, we could be committing crimes for absolutely no reason. This way, I think. Well, I mean, it sounds like good old England. Every time it pisses down, I'm like, yep. This no longer feels like the alien world of Vardenfell. No, it's England. Good night, Pickle. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you managed to get some sleep. I hope I won't be too long behind you. I really should probably have stopped when the timer went off. But I'm in this now. I'm not stopping till we find a torch at least. But that should leave us fairly well prepared for our next stream when we play Morrowind. We know where the Dwemer Ruin is. We know some areas that we don't need to re-explore. Okay, here we are at Balmora. I think it's Pawnbroker here on the left and General Trader over there on the right. So we'll check here first. Actually, we're here, so we might as well check the first time. It is indeed my first time playing Morrowind. I've played Skyrim for 2,500 hours, and I've played Oblivion, but I have never played Morrowind. And I thought I'd play it once and go, it's too old for me. I can't get into it. I am super into this. I am loving it. Not seeing any torches here. Let's head over this way. Let's try. I can't think of what the guy's name is. Something beginning with an R, maybe? Ravir, here we go. General Trader. Oh, nice, enjoy. This is my all-time favourite game. I've heard that from a bunch of people. That's one of the reasons why I gave it a shot. Because so many people are passionate about this game. Oh, here we go. That looks like a lantern to me. 12 gold. We can spare that. Candle. Not sure if that's lit, so maybe not. Well, we've got a lantern. That's something. Perfect. Ooh. God, it surprises me every time there's a voice line. Right, we've tried. Let's check out the Mages Guild, see if anyone sells. I don't know what it would be, like an illumination spell, maybe. Let's have a look. What do we have here? Shock, poison, sound. There's so many things that let the cozy take you away to a magical wonderland with giant mushrooms. It would be so cozy if it wasn't for all the freaky creatures in this game. Because there are so many things like dinosaurs and leeches, and I came across something in the water called, it began with a D. It was like an octopus human. It was freaky as hell. Charm and calm. Swift swim. I love drugh. That is absolutely the thing we came across. It freaked me out, so we turned and ran. Okay, not seeing anything here. I know there's Poet's Whim. Nope. Okay, what about... No. That's the person we were helping. Yeah, they don't have anything. That person, we've checked. What about, did we check with this person? This is the orc. I think we checked. Yeah. Well, I could try going to another city. Check out their mages if they have different spells. Or can we steal those? That person won't sell to us because we're too new. What about this person? No, they just sell stuff. Okay. On a quest I did not think that the stream would end up being fighting through the sleep meds, because I don't want to give up before we've found someone that sells torches. I did not have that on the cards. I mean, we could try like a blacksmith, an armourer, or a blacksmith, or a weaponsmith. Someone like that might sell them. If it's maybe classed as equipment rather than an item, maybe. Or we can go round stealing. I think if I come across one, I might just pinch it. I don't... Armourer, here we go. Let's try the armourer. This is probably a silly idea. Books that we've never been in there. Never been into the bookshop. Let's try the armourer. Otherwise, we can try the vendors at Moonmoth. I kind of forgot about that and just ran past it. Yeah, no, we got nothing here. What we could do, we could sell some of the we've got that. That we might end up using, so we won't sell that.
All right, I'm listening.
Yeah, I think we'll check. I think we'll go check out Moonmoth. I'd imagine maybe somebody in a fort. They'd need torches there, right? They'd have explorers and scouts and torches for their guards. So, I mean, it doesn't seem like a good idea trying to steal from the local Imperial Legion fort. I don't think we could pull that off. Let's see, shall we? The good thing is it's so close. Oh, hang on, we've got a level up. Ooh, here we go. Let's see what this is, shall we? I should probably save. Here we go. Okay. Let's have a little rest. We have being smart doesn't hurt, and a little luck now and then is nice, but the key is patience and hard work, and when it pays off, it's sweet. I mean, yeah. True enough. I guess I'll go strength. Endurance. Maybe we could start leveling speed so it doesn't take us so flippin' long to walk everywhere. That would be very handy. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I might call it for the night, which I know is a shame because I'm just getting into this, getting immersed. And we currently have 5 viewers on Twitch, which is more than average for me. So I'm very reluctant to call it a night. But I think I probably should so that I can get some sleep. Otherwise, I will be drinking espresso, concentrated cold brew for tomorrow's stream. I think I'll call it. Thank you everyone. If you saw the earlier stream, if you saw the second stream, no matter who you are, where you are, what you're doing, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, or your evening, or your morning. And we will be back streaming tomorrow. As always, I did break my 4 months of streaming every night, which I'm super pissed about. So this is now day 2 of streaming every day. But we will be back. Don't know right now what we're going to be playing. We will see. If you want to choose what we play, I say this as often as I can remember to. I post at least one clip every day on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, and Instagram Reels. So if you're in the mood for a particular genre, a particular vibe, a particular game, if there's something that we started and we haven't played for a while and you want to see me get back to it, please just let me know. Just leave a comment and let me know, because I'm happy streaming. I'm challenging my anxiety by doing this regardless of what we play. So it's less about specifically what we play for me and just the fact I'm doing it. So if anyone has thoughts about that, then just let me know. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever you're doing, and a wonderful day tomorrow. And I will see you then. Thank you so much for spending some time with me again. Sorry the stream died earlier. I mean, that's put me off playing Space Marine again. I don't know. We'll see. But take care, and don't you dare go hollow, because I like hanging out with you, and you need to be here for that. Otherwise, you won't see what we end up playing tomorrow. It's an extremely minor thing, but okay, I really need to go to sleep. I'm barely making sense, even less so than normal.